Hare Krishna. Question from Hare Prabhu. What does form refer to in the material and the spiritual world? Does form refer to the body? Now, is the body really destroyed? Because the body can be preserved, and the body can also will change into something else which will be preserved by the law of conservation of energy. So what do we actually mean by form, and by that forms are destructible? Answer: yes. Form in the material world refers to the external shape and appearance of the objects that we see around us. So these forms are perishable. Na asato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satha. Krishna says in 2.15 in the Bhagavad Gita, 2.16, that of the material there is no endurance, and of the spiritual there is no cessation. Adibhutam ksharo bhavaha. In 8.3 and 4, when Krishna answers about various things, various Arjuna's questions, he says the characteristic of this material nature is kshara. Kshara is constant change. So when we say that forms can be preserved, it requires an extraordinary amount of unnatural intervention to try to preserve forms. Now in the past, say, the mummies were preserved, the bodies of the Egyptian pharaohs were preserved as mummies, but when they are mummified, even then, in the best possible way, still they don't preserve the beauty and the attractiveness of the form of that king, even if the king had been very handsome in his youth. Today we may use refrigeration and other means for preserving the body, but certainly the body's beauty and body strength does get deteriorated, and there is no way to stop that. So yes, by the conservation of energy, matter is not destroyed, and Krishna does say that Prakritim Purushim Chaiva Vidyanadi Ubhavapi. In 13.20 in the Bhagavad Gita, he states that Prakriti and Purusha, the soul and matter, both are eternal. But Vikaram Shigunam Shaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. But the Vikara, the changes that occur, they are attributable to Prakriti. So the eternality of matter cannot satisfy our longing for beauty, because that longing is directed towards material forms. If a person, after a great labor, builds a beautiful house, and then say some earthquake destroys the house, now all the ingredients of the house are still there as the rubble, but that person will be grief struck, not just because now there is no house. From the utility point of view, I don't have a house to stay in. Suppose that person is very wealthy and has other houses also, so it's not a risk of shelter, but still the beautiful house that was built, the artistry and the aesthetics, all that are gone, and that will cause stress. So the reason why scripture cautions us against getting attracted to material forms and tells us that these material forms are temporary is because our attraction to temporary forms leads to frustration when those forms, because of their temporariness, are eventually destroyed. And the knowledge that the components, the matter which made those forms is eternal, offers little solace, little if any solace, to the disappointed, even devastated heart. And now in the spiritual realm, yes, the forms are eternal. They are not made of material elements, and that's why they are not perishable. They are made of spiritual substance, and spiritual substance is eternal. And that's why attraction to spiritual form brings satisfaction that is everlasting. And that's why scripture recommends us, urge us to redirect our attraction from material forms towards spiritual form. Thank you. Hare